Growing Old Alone. 7 challenges of aging without family and how to overcome them. Aging alone is a reality for millions. But does it mean loneliness and struggle? Not necessarily. Imagine this. Edward, 72, wakes up to a quiet house every morning. His wife passed away years ago, and he never had children. Some days he doesn't speak to anyone at all. He wonders, is this what the rest of my life will be like? But what if aging alone didn't mean being lonely or struggling? What if you could build a life filled with purpose, connection, and security, no matter your circumstances? That's exactly what we're going to uncover today. The 7 biggest challenges of growing old without family and, more importantly, how to overcome them. Stay with me until the end, because challenge number 3 is the one that surprises most people. It's something you can start fixing today. Before we dive in, if you find this information helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more practical advice on thriving after 60. Now let's get started. Challenge number 1, dealing with loneliness and isolation. Loneliness. It's one of the biggest struggles for seniors aging without family. The house is quiet, the phone barely rings, and days blur together with no one to talk to. Edward knows this feeling all too well. Ever since his wife passed, he's found himself spending more time alone than ever before. Mornings start with coffee at the same table where he and his wife once shared conversations. Evenings end with television for company. Some days he doesn't hear another person's voice at all. At first he thought he was just getting used to a new routine. But then he noticed something. The loneliness wasn't just in his surroundings, it was starting to affect his mind and body. Studies show that chronic loneliness can lead to depression, cognitive decline, and even heart problems. The effects of isolation are real, but the good news, so are the solutions. The turning point: finding connection in unexpected places. One day, Edward saw a flyer at the grocery store. Community garden volunteers needed. He hesitated. Wouldn't it be awkward to show up alone? But something inside him told him to give it a try. That decision changed everything. He met people of all ages, some retirees like him, others younger folks who appreciated his gardening advice. He found himself looking forward to conversations, swapping stories, and even learning new things. His quiet days turned into lively mornings, and that heavy loneliness, it started to lift. How you can build a strong social circle, even without family. You don't need a big family to have meaningful connections. Here are 3 ways you can break free from loneliness. 1. Join local community groups. Senior centres, book clubs, church groups, or volunteer organisations offer instant opportunities to meet like-minded people. Many libraries and community centres host free events for seniors, lectures, fitness classes, and social gatherings. 2. Pursue a hobby that involves others. Whether it's painting, gardening, or music, finding a shared interest makes socialising easier. Look for local hobby groups or workshops. Many seniors discover lifelong friendships this way. 3. Connect online in meaningful ways. The internet isn't just for younger generations. There are online forums, Facebook groups, and virtual meetups tailored for seniors. Websites like meetup.com and stitch.net are designed to help older adults make new friends and even travel together. Edward's story, 1 year later. A year after stepping out of his comfort zone, Edward's life looks completely different. He still lives alone, but he's never lonely. His days are filled with meaningful conversations, laughter, and new friendships. He even started a small gardening blog, sharing his tips with others online. And that can be your story too. Loneliness doesn't have to define your later years. You have the power to build the connections you need. Have you found creative ways to stay socially active? Share in the comments. Your advice might help someone else feeling isolated. Coming up next, the challenge that most people don't plan for, but can change everything. Stay with me. Challenge number 2. Managing health without support. Health is one of the biggest challenges of aging alone. When there's no one to remind you of doctor's appointments, help you keep track of medications, or assist in an emergency. Even simple health issues can quickly become serious. Edward learned this the hard way. One evening, he felt dizzy while reaching for a glass of water. He grabbed the counter to steady himself, but the room spun. There was no one around to call for help. His phone was in the other room, and for the first time he realized if something happened, he had no immediate safety net. And Edward isn't alone. Many seniors without families struggle with managing their health. Missed checkups lead to undiagnosed conditions. Medication confusion causes dangerous mistakes. Health emergencies turn into life-threatening situations with no one to call. But aging alone doesn't have to mean facing health risks alone. Here's how Edward took control, and how you can too. How to stay on top of your health when you're on your own. First, set up a medical alert system. What Edward did. After his dizzy spell, he invested in a medical alert device, one with a fall detection feature that automatically calls for help. What you can do. Devices like Life Alert or Medical Guardian ensure emergency help is just a button away. Even a simple smartwatch with fall detection can be a lifesaver. Second, use telehealth and medication reminders. What Edward did, he switched to a telehealth system that allows him to consult his doctor from home. He also set up a medication app that sends reminders so he never misses a dose. What you can do, use apps like MediSafe to track pills and send alerts. Sign up for telehealth services through Medicare or local clinics for easy access to doctors without leaving home. Third, build a health support network. What Edward did, he reached out to his neighbour Linda, and they agreed to check in on each other daily. They also share rides to doctor's appointments. What you can do, join a senior wellness program. Many community centres offer exercise groups, health screenings and peer support. Connect with neighbours or friends to create a check-in system. Even a quick daily call can make a huge difference. 1 year later, Edward's new reality. Fast forward a year, and Edward feels more in control of his health than ever. His medical alert device gives him peace of mind, his telehealth setup saves him time and stress, and his small but trusted health support circle ensures that he's never completely alone in a crisis. How do you manage your health while aging alone? Drop your tips in the comments, they could help someone else. Next up, what happens when daily tasks become overwhelming? That's coming up next. Challenge number 3. Struggling with daily tasks and home maintenance. Living independently has its freedom, but it also comes with challenges, especially when it comes to keeping up with daily tasks like cooking, cleaning, and home maintenance. For seniors without family nearby, even simple chores can feel overwhelming. Edward knows this struggle all too well. One morning he realized his house was working against him. The yard needed constant upkeep. The stairs felt steeper every day. Cooking for one seemed like too much effort. Fixing a leaky faucet, not happening anytime soon. At first, Edward ignored the growing list of chores, but over time things piled up, until one day he slipped on clutter and nearly fell. That's when he knew something had to change. Here's what he did to make his home and daily life easier, without losing his independence. How to simplify life and maintain your home as you age. First, downsize or modify your living space. What Edward did, he decluttered his home and made smart modifications like installing grab bars in the bathroom and switching to easy-to-use appliances. What you can do? Reduce clutter to minimize fall risks and make cleaning easier. Consider downsizing to a smaller, low-maintenance home or senior-friendly apartment. Modify your space with smart home devices like voice-activated lights and thermostats to make daily life easier. Second, use meal delivery and grocery services. What Edward did. He signed up for a meal delivery service that provided healthy, senior-friendly meals. This cut down on cooking stress while keeping him well fed. What you can do. Use programs like Meals on Wheels for affordable, nutritious meals. Order groceries online with services like Instacart or Walmart, Plus for home delivery. Try batch cooking or simple meal plans to reduce kitchen time. Third, hire occasional help for key tasks. What Edward did? Instead of struggling alone, he hired help for specific tasks, someone to mow the lawn once a month and a handyman for small repairs. What you can do: use apps like TaskRabbit, Handy or Nextdoor to find trusted local help for yard work, cleaning and home maintenance. Ask neighbours or community groups for referrals to reliable, affordable services. Consider a part-time housekeeper to handle deep cleaning or laundry when needed. Fast forward Edward's life after making these changes. Now Edward's home is easier to manage, safer and stress-free. Instead of worrying about repairs or struggling with daily tasks, he focuses on what really matters: his health, hobbies and social life. What's one thing you'd change to make your home more manageable as you age? Share in the comments below. Next up, the financial hurdles of aging alone and how to stay financially secure. Don't miss it. Challenge number 4: financial struggles without family support. For many seniors, one of the biggest fears of aging alone is running out of money. Without family to help cover unexpected expenses or manage finances, every dollar counts. Edward knew this struggle firsthand. He had planned for retirement, but then a medical bill arrived that wasn't covered by insurance. His rent increased unexpectedly. Groceries, utilities and daily expenses started adding up faster than he anticipated. For a while, he worried constantly about making ends meet, until he discovered a few powerful strategies that made his money go further. How to stay financially secure as you age. 1. Maximize retirement savings and budget smartly. What Edward did? He reviewed his expenses and cut out non-essentials while finding new ways to stretch his retirement savings. What you can do? Audit your spending. Look for unnecessary costs like subscriptions and luxury expenses and cut back. Use senior discounts. Many stores, restaurants and services offer exclusive discounts for older adults. Every dollar saved counts. Meet with a financial advisor. Free or low-cost advisors are available through AARP, local senior centres or non-profit organisations. 2. Find flexible side income opportunities. What Edward did? Instead of dipping into his savings, he found a part-time, low-stress job that he enjoyed. What you can do? Consider remote or part-time work that fits your lifestyle, like tutoring, consulting or customer service. Turn hobbies into income. Crafting, writing or pet sitting can be enjoyable ways to earn extra money. Rent out a spare room or storage space for passive income. 3. Take advantage of government and community programs. What Edward did? He researched senior assistance programs and found benefits he didn't even know he qualified for. What you can do? Check for government aid like Social Security benefits, Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Programs, SNAP and Medicaid. Apply for housing assistance programs if rent is a burden. Look into energy bill assistance and free home repair grants available in many states. Fast forward. Edward's life after making these changes. Now Edward feels financially secure. He no longer stresses over money because he made smart adjustments, found extra income and tapped into resources he never considered before. What's one money-saving tip that's helped you the most? Share in the comments below. But money isn't the only challenge. Staying emotionally strong is just as important. Let's talk about it next. Challenge number 5. Maintaining emotional well-being without close connections. Aging without family can feel emotionally overwhelming. Without close loved ones to talk to, celebrate with, or simply share a meal, many seniors experience feelings of loneliness, sadness, and even depression. Edward felt this deeply. Some days, he would go entirely without a real conversation, except for a brief exchange with the cashier at the grocery store. It seemed like there was no one left to truly listen to him. But that changed when he discovered new ways to find emotional fulfillment. How to stay emotionally strong and find meaning as you age. First, connect through mentorship and volunteering. Edward started mentoring young adults through a local community program offering life advice and wisdom. You can volunteer at a local school, library or community centre. Sharing your knowledge can create a deep sense of purpose. Become a mentor for young professionals or students who can benefit from your experience. Offer your skills to a cause you care about, whether it's helping at a food bank, tutoring, or assisting in an animal shelter. Giving back fills the emotional gap left by not having close family. It creates new relationships built on appreciation and connection. Next, express yourself through journaling and creativity. Edward began keeping a daily journal, writing down memories, reflections, and gratitude. Start a gratitude journal. Writing down even small joys each day can boost emotional well-being. Try creative hobbies like painting, knitting, or storytelling. Expressing yourself helps process emotions and relieves stress. Record life lessons and experiences. It can be therapeutic and even help future generations understand your journey. Expressing thoughts and emotions on paper or through creativity prevents bottled-up feelings and promotes self-awareness. Finally, practice mindfulness and emotional self-care. Edward started his mornings with 10 minutes of meditation and light stretching to center himself. Practice meditation or deep breathing exercises to reduce stress. Engage in activities that promote joy, like listening to music, walking in nature, or spending time with pets. Create a calming daily routine. Having structure can make each day feel more meaningful. Mindfulness reduces anxiety, improves mood, and helps seniors feel more present and engaged in life. Fast forward to Edward's life after these changes. Now Edward feels emotionally fulfilled again. He has a purpose, new people to connect with, and ways to express his thoughts without feeling alone. Have you ever found unexpected joy in helping others? Let us know in the comments. But there's still another big challenge left. How do you stay safe and independent as you age? That's next. Challenge number 6, making critical decisions alone. As we age, major life decisions don't stop, they only become more important. From medical treatments to financial planning, having no family to consult with can feel overwhelming. Many seniors delay these choices, but putting them off can lead to serious consequences. That's exactly what happened to Edward. When he faced an unexpected hospital stay, he had no one legally designated to make medical decisions on his behalf. It was a wake-up call, so he took action. And here's how you can too. How to make smart, confident decisions without family. First, set up essential legal documents. What Edward did, he created an advance directive and power of attorney to ensure his medical and financial wishes were honoured. What you can do, draft an advance healthcare directive so doctors know your treatment preferences. Set up a durable power of attorney for finances. This allows a trusted person to handle bills and assets if you become unable to. Write a will or living trust to protect your assets and prevent legal complications. Why this works? Without these documents, decisions could be left to the courts or strangers instead of someone you trust. Next, choose a trusted advocate. What Edward did, he designated a close friend as his medical and financial decision maker. What you can do, identify a trusted friend, neighbor, or legal advisor to act as your advocate. Have honest conversations with them about your wishes. Consider hiring a professional fiduciary or elder law attorney if you don't have a personal advocate. Why this works? Having someone legally authorized to act on your behalf ensures your wishes are followed, even if family isn't around. Finally, simplify financial and medical planning for peace of mind. What Edward did, he automated bill payments and consolidated accounts to reduce stress. What you can do, automate recurring bills and financial transactions, consolidate retirement accounts and insurance policies to make them easier to manage. Schedule annual financial and healthcare reviews to stay on top of important updates. Why this works? The simpler your financial and medical plans, the easier it is to stay independent without unnecessary worry. Now, Edward feels secure and in control of his future. He no longer fears the what-ifs of aging alone because his medical, financial and legal plans are all in place. He's prepared, and that peace of mind is priceless. What's one step you've taken to secure your future? Let us know in the comments. And this last challenge is the most overlooked, but it's also the most important. Stick around because this could be a game changer. Challenge number 7. Facing end-of-life concerns alone. Let's be honest. One of the biggest fears of aging alone is facing the end without support. Many seniors worry, who will be there in my final days? How will I be cared for? Will my wishes be respected? Edward once struggled with these thoughts too, but instead of letting fear take over, he took action. Here's how he found peace of mind, and how you can too. How to prepare for the future without fear. First, build a supportive care network. What Edward did, he connected with hospice and palliative care services early, ensuring he'd have compassionate support when needed. What you can do. Join senior living communities or support groups to create a strong social safety net. Research local hospice and home care options, even if you don't need them yet. Foster deep friendships with neighbours or friends who can check in on you. Why this works. Having a care network in place removes uncertainty and ensures you won't face the future alone. Next, make your wishes crystal clear. What Edward did, he documented his end-of-life preferences and shared them with trusted individuals. What you can do. Write a living will to specify medical treatments you do or don't want. Set up a Do Not Resuscitate DNR order if you have strong preferences. Pre-plan funeral or memorial arrangements to ease the burden on others. Why this works, no one has to guess what you want. Your voice is heard, even if you can't speak. Finally, find emotional and spiritual peace. What Edward did, he found comfort in volunteering, journaling, and faith-based discussions. What you can do. Explore faith communities, meditation, or gratitude practices for emotional well-being. Reflect on your legacy. Consider writing a memoir or recording life stories. Find a cause bigger than yourself, mentoring, charities, or simply being kind to others. Why this works? A meaningful life leads to a peaceful transition. Now, Edward no longer fears the unknown. He knows that his care is planned, his wishes will be honored, and he's leaving behind a meaningful impact. And that gives him true peace of mind. What's one thing that gives you peace of mind about aging? Let us know in the comments. Edward's journey wasn't easy. At first he struggled with loneliness, health worries, and the fear of facing the future alone. But step by step he built a support system, made smart decisions, and found a renewed sense of purpose. And now? He's not just surviving, he's thriving. Here's the biggest lesson. Aging alone doesn't mean being lonely. It means shaping life on your own terms. You can create a social circle, even without family. You can stay independent while preparing for the future. You can find joy and meaning at any stage of life. What's one thing you've done to create a fulfilling life as you age? Share it in the comments. If this video helped you, share it with someone who might need it.